Good morning, all of you. So, in today's class, we will see types of modulus of elasticity. So, first of all, what is modulus of elasticity? It is ratio of stress and strain. Yes, in Hooke's law, we have learned stress is directly proportional to strain. Yes, and stress is equal to E into strain, where E is proportionality constant. That is what we can say modulus of elasticity. Okay, so then what are the types of modulus of elasticity? So there are three types: Young's modulus of elasticity denoted by Y, bulk modulus of elasticity denoted by K, and modulus of rigidity denoted by eta. Okay, so let's see in detail what is Young's modulus. First one is Young's modulus, and it is denoted by Y. Yes, now Young's modulus Y is ratio of longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain. What is that? Longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain. So you know longitudinal stress is equal to what? F by A. And strain is what? Delta L divided by L. So if L I will transfer up, then this is nothing but FL divided by A into delta L. A into delta L. So therefore, what is the formula of Y? Y is equal to F L divided by A into delta L. Okay. And this Young's modulus, what it will have dimensions? You can see this denominator, it is delta L by L. So this is dimensionless. Okay. Because this is length. So this is dimensionless. Now left is what? F by A. So F by A is nothing but stress. And stress dimensions or Y is equal to, I am doing here, just listen, F by A by delta L by L. Okay. So this is dimensionless. This is dimensionless. And therefore Y is equal to F by A dimensionally. So therefore M L T power minus 2 divided by area means L square. So one L will get cancelled with this, and this L when it is going up, then what you are getting dimensions? M L power minus 1 T power minus 2. This is what? Dimensions of Young's modulus. And unit is what? Newton per meter square. So SI unit is Newton per meter square, and dimension one in mass minus 1 in length minus 2 in time. Okay, understood? So note down this fast. Right. So let's move ahead. Next. Now, in Serle's experiment, what we are doing, we are taking one wire and we are hanging weight down, and we are having one reference wire also. So weight we are increasing and extension we are measuring. So if like that we are doing, then we are getting Young's modulus formula mgl by pi r square into delta L. What is that? Let's see. So Young's modulus from Serle's method, y is equal to, already we are having f by a at denominator and delta L by L. Now delta L is what? Delta L is elongation. What is delta L? Elongation. So therefore I am replacing this delta L with E for elongation. Okay. So if I will replace this, then I am getting f by a into this delta L I am replacing with E, and this L will go up. So FL by A into E. Now F is equal to what here? F is equal to weight. Weight is equal to what? mg. So therefore Y is equal to mg into L divided by A is again area. So area of cross section is how much? That is pi r square. So if you will substitute that area also, then what is formula you are getting from Serle's method? Y is equal to mgl by pi r square into E. Got it? And keep it in mind always that Y is defined only for solids, not for liquids and gases. Not for liquids and gases. Right? Now some note points from this formula. So let's take that on next page. First you note down this all. Okay, let's go ahead. Now some note points. So first we are having formula. I am taking that formula on next page first. Just 1 minute. So we got formula from Serle's method, that is y is equal to mgl divided by pi r square into E. Okay, mgl by pi r square into E. Pi r square into E. Okay, now note point number 1. Okay, so y is equal to mgl by pi r square E, and first point was what? If load and y are constant, suppose. Note point, है ना? So this is note point number 1. Now load number 1. If concentrate on this, you may get problems. If load, that is W, and y are constants, then see y is equal to this mg L by pi r square into E. So now this is constant and this is also constant. So can I write like this? L is equal to pi r square E, है ना, into some constant, because this is constant na, so constant. Now if I want elongation, then E into constant is equal to L by pi r square. E into constant is equal to L by pi r square. Okay. So again this pi is constant. So can I say like this directly? E is directly proportional to L by r square. You know, E is directly proportional to L by r square, as this pi is constant, as pi is again constant. As pi is again constant. Okay. Next one. Now, if the volume of the wire is constant, if the volume of the wire is constant, then what to do or what we are getting? Second note point. If volume of wire is constant, then direct I am writing now. E is direct proportional to L square. Okay. E is direct proportional to 1 by A square, and E is direct proportional to 1 by R power 4. How? If you did not understand, I will do it. Y is equal to mgl divided by pi r square into E. Now volume of wire is constant means what I am doing? I am multiplying just A and A here also. A by A. This is already A na. This is also A. So Y is equal to what? Mg into L into A is volume. And area into length is volume. This is A and this is A. So what is this? A square into this E. Okay. So now mg is constant, y is constant, v is constant. So what we are getting? What we are getting here? See, if elongation I am getting, this I will transfer here. So this mg and all these things, it is inverse proportional to 1 by a square, and it is inverse proportional to r power 4, as these all are constant. Got it? So this is just for your understanding. You can just note down. Okay. Next note point. Now next one, elongation. Elongation E is equal to mgl by, you can see from this formula, pi r square into y, or you can write like this also, that is mgl divided by area into Young's modulus. Okay, right? Now if load is immersed in a water, means now like this thing. Okay, so here you have connected a box or load and we have immersed it into this liquid. Okay, then what happens here? Elongation is, let us suppose, E2, and I am taking here E1 because it is in air. Okay, this is in air and this E2 is in water, means when it is immersed in a water. So then here m g dash by a into L by y. What will change this g dash, or we can say weight will change. Why weight will change? Because when we are immersing anything into the liquid, some buoyant force will act. Yes, and that's why there is some upward force. Due to that, the weight which suspended, its value will be little less. It will be lighter, and that's why it will be less. And therefore, this E2 is equal to mg into 1 minus rho by d into L divided by a into y. Okay, right, where this rho is what? Liquid density. What is this? Liquid density. And this small d is density of block, which we have hanged here. Got it? That clear? Okay, this is what your E2 is. This is what elongation when it is immersed in liquid. So note down. Okay, right, finished. So let's move ahead. Now, this is what we have finished when this block is immersed in a liquid completely. Suppose some part of that block we have immersed in a liquid, then how? So this is note point number 4 we will take. So this is note point number 4. If block is partially immersed, Now, what you will get? Elongation formula E is equal to mg minus buoyant force है ना, तो V inside into rho into G into this L divided by this A into Y. So this is I am denoting with E3. Yes, right or wrong? This is already formula we are having. This is weight into length by area into Young's modulus. Here also now this is weight into length by area into Young's modulus. Okay, this is what your elongation when it is partially immersed. So where phi inside is what? Phi in is what? Volume inside liquid of immersed block. Next one, L is what? Length of wire. This rho is again density of liquid as it is. Previous one already I told. Density of liquid, and this capital A is area of cross section of wire. Area of cross section of wire. Got it? Understood? Next, now relation between interatomic distance or interatomic force constant K and Young's modulus. Young's modulus Y. Young's modulus Y. That is what? K is equal to Y into R. K is equal to Y into R. Where R is what? Interatomic distance. Today I told no what is interatomic distance. So R is what? Interatomic distance. Clear? So note down this also. Okay. Note down. And let's stop here for today. Bye.